calling Texas Parks and Wildlife. This is Daily. How can I assist you?
Yes, ma'am. I was calling to ask if under a stay-at-home order, is fishing still allowed?
Okay. So we're kind of asking that you call whoever is the authority over the specific body of water that you're looking to go fishing on.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be going over how COVID-19 is affecting the fishing community and whether or not you can actually go fishing if you're under a stay-at-home order. But anyways, guys, my name is Kate. If you haven't been here before, this is Tides Fishing. I do all kind of saltwater fishing stuff and also some tips and tricks videos. So if you're into that and you're new here, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below and also leave a like on this video if you find it helpful. But a couple of the main topics that we're going to be going over today is really if you're under a stay-at-home order, what can you do? I have some official stay-at-home order information right here. This is the actual document, so we're going to read through that. We're going to go over boat ramp closures and what places are kind of closing up and down the coasts and south coastal areas. And then we're also going to be going over how you can kind of help out your fishing community and maybe some of the guides and other people that are in your area that are really being affected by this. But with that said, I also wanted to give a huge shout out to the people who are out there right now that are actually facing this face on, all the doctors out there and the people, nurses and all the hospital staff that are working long hours like this to kind of help us all out and keep this in control. Thank you guys so much, and anyone else out there who is essential personnel. Thank you guys for everything you do during stuff like this. But with that said, let's go ahead and get into the stay-at-home order. So most of you probably already know what a stay-at-home order is. There's a lot of counties, especially here in Texas, that are issuing these, and actually all over the US that are putting these out there. And it's basically telling people to work from home unless they're considered essential personnel. There's a lot of that stuff that's covered, essential personnel stuff, in other documents, so I'm gonna let that go. But one of the big questions that's been asked is, are we allowed to go fishing? Is that considered an essential activity? And so I also go to school up in College Station, Texas, which actually happens to have a stay-at-home order going on right now in Brazos County. So what I've done is I've printed out the list that has the essential activities on it. I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but we are in section 7 of the essential activities. And if you go down here, here's one of the bullets. To engage in outdoor activity, provided the individuals comply with social distancing requirements as defined below, such as by way of example and without limitation to walking, hiking, running, or riding a bicycle. So from what it sounds like, and I think everyone kind of agrees with this, but like I said, if you listen to the call before this, I called the Texas Parks and Wildlife, and they really want to encourage you to check what your local area and kind of see what's going on. So that's what I'm going to tell you to do, is to check what your local area, see what's going on. That's the best thing you can do. But according to this document here, walking, hiking, running, riding a bicycle is allowed. So I would assume that fishing would be allowed during a stay-at-home order, but that is just according to this document. This is just one county. So I would highly recommend that you call the Texas Parks and Wildlife Fish and Game, especially the office that's in charge of your area. That would be the best thing that you can do. So it's really kind of throwing a lot of people a loop, because a lot of people are at home relaxing. They don't really know if they can go out and spend this time fishing, but actually I think fishing is probably one of the best ways to spend this time, just because most likely it's just going to be with you or someone in your family. Also, the weather is getting much better right now. It's starting to heat up. It's not cold and rainy like it has been for a while. And then also you're catching some food. A lot of the grocery stores are crazy right now, so if you can go out there and catch a couple meals for your family, why not? It's a win-win situation. So personally, I think it should be completely allowed, but check with your area to make sure, double check on that. Don't completely trust me on that information. So the second thing I kind of wanted to talk about was boat ramp closures. And so there's a lot of rumors that I've been hearing around the area. I've heard a lot of people saying Porter Connor ramps are going to be closing. I'm going to talk about some Texas ramp guys. If you're not from Texas, check locally for your boat ramp openings and closures. But I'm going to give you guys a little scoop here kind of in this area. I did a post on one of the Facebook local forums and just kind of asked if people had any information on boat ramp closures and what they had kind of heard. And so far it seems that everything in Aransas and the Corpus area is still open. And then we had a post here from Zachary that he said the Matagorda, the harbor ramp is still open. The ramp is closed, but you can still, the store is still open, so you can still buy bait, but the restrooms, cleaning tables, and ramps are closed. So it sounds like in Matagorda, the ramps are closed, the store is still open, but just for bait. And I think it's something that's going to be really interesting kind of going on depending on how this lasts. It's really going to go by case basis is my guess, and kind of how bad the area is and maybe the age of the people who kind of operate the store and the boat ramp in that area. So it'll be really interesting. If you guys know of any other boat ramp closures where you are or anywhere located, drop them in comments below. There might be someone else watching this who can find that helpful. So leave that down in the comments below for any of you guys who do have ramp closures in your area, because I think it's really going to affect guides also, and it also is the local fishermen. And it can be a safety issue too, especially if people want to go fishing but their favorite boat ramp is closed and they have to make a much farther run, or a run that they're not experienced with, just kind of putting people out of their element. But like I said, it's probably going to be mostly what I'm seeing is on a case-by-case basis, and I don't know how many ramps are going to be closed, but I know Texas Parks and Wildlife are closing some ramps, so make sure that they operate. So make sure you check with them if you're using a Texas Parks and Wildlife ramp. And then the next thing I want to talk about, and I really think this is the most important one because it's really going to affect, I think, the most people, and that is those who are being affected just locally by this and just seeing a decrease in business. First people that come to mind when I think of this stuff is the guides, because they have to be experiencing right now a decrease in bookings just because people don't want to go crawl on a boat with 3, 4, 5 people and go fishing right now. And I know guys get a lot of business from elderly people often, and right now those are the people who are at the most risk according to the stats. And so I can't help but think of the guides. I know they're probably experiencing a loss of booking. So I kind of thought of 3 quick ways, and I kind of did a little stuff to how you can help them. Number 1 is if you did have a trip scheduled with a guide, if you want to still go on it like I just normally, go on it. But if you do want to cancel, if you can afford it, consider just letting them keep the money almost as a donation, just to help them get through this time, and then maybe schedule something with them in the future if they'll like kind of credit you maybe for a trip. That is a really good option. I've also heard of guides doing kind of gift card stuff to where you can kind of go and pay for a trip now, and then you can schedule that in kind of any time in the future when their schedule allows. So I think that's a really good option that guides are doing. If you are a guide and you have a different way that you're doing this or getting through this time, like drop that in the comments below. I also like to hear how you guys are dealing with this, and maybe there's someone out there who can read it who can help you out, or maybe might be looking for a trip. So leave that down in the comments below. And I also just wanted to wish everyone watching this, and hopefully that you are also safe and healthy. This thing is affecting so many people throughout the US and around the world. It's really kind of a crazy scenario. Something's never really happened like this before, where just countries have shut down. So take it as serious or as lightly as you want, but just stay safe, stay healthy, keep those around you safe and healthy. I hope everyone is doing well. I know this is a little bit of a shorter video. I'm going to be doing some fishing here soon, especially with the summer rolling around and the water heating up, so I'm excited for that. And so if you guys, like I said, haven't been here before, make sure you hit the subscribe button. We're gonna be putting out a lot of videos coming soon. But thank you guys for watching. I hope you found that helpful. Hit the like button, drop down a comment maybe how you're getting through the Rona and what's your favorite way to get through this. But like I said, thanks you guys for watching, and I'll see y'all next time. To obtain necessary services or supplies for themselves, their family, or household. Sounds good? And then it says here, fresh fruits, vegetables, pet supplies, fresh meats, and fish. Hey, we're on the document, man. Y'all see that? That says fish. We can go fishing. We just gotta tell them, hey man, we gotta eat. Come on.